So how do you feel about the Brooklyn Art Museum signing this contract with the Yes Association?
Well, I think it's great. I think the agreement really points out some fantastic aspects about the process for selection criterion. I mean, we already deal with this a lot, to please the visitors, but I think the agreement really takes that work to a different level. There's so many great women out there. And I mean, we're giving them their own room, so to speak, right here in this fantastic museum. And I know it's not just about women. For me, the gender issue seems to be the most important one. Maybe that's because of my wife. She works a lot in the same questions. Now, I'm just very, very happy that we could work through to the signing of the contract, and we could finally agree on the clause about the sanction. I think it's a very important gesture. I mean, a real stepping stone. Well, I'm very excited. This is going to certainly put us on the map.
I'm interested to see how this works out. We don't keep these types of statistics on our programming, so what will having this type of data mean, and what will it tell us about how we're making our decisions? But I also think it's important to not simply relegate feminism to the Sackler Center, because supporting women artists and artists of color, this is the responsibility of the entire institution. Also, I start to realize that maybe we should move towards a more fast-track approach and work strategically with quotas, but never be satisfied only with that. We need many more considerations, pedagogical work, etc. And also, I think that it's very important for us to remember to tell the story of how historically groups of people have been written out of history in all its complex forms. This is a huge responsibility, and we shouldn't forget in our efforts to now, from today on, to make sure that these same groups of artists aren't written out anymore.
So what do you think about the Brooklyn Museum of Art going into this contract agreement and signing the Yes Association's Equal Opportunities Agreement?
I think it's great. I think it's great to finally have this a critical analysis of museum practices that's truly intersectional and addresses issues of ethnicity, race, class, and identity all together. It's a dialogue we need to continue to have.
Well, actually, my personal opinion, I'm Puerto Rican, so that would be actually pretty cool if they had other things besides just one ethnicity or one race and stuff like that. It would be pretty cool. More of a modern twist to it, instead of just having all the old-fashioned, boring stuff that don't really catch people's attention. Have other things to get other people's attention.
Well, I think it's really just another way of evoking identity politics, and I thought we got past that in the 90s. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if feminism hasn't developed further in Sweden, and maybe we need to have this conversation again on a global level. But I, for one, am tired of being defined by others. I know this agreement is being formulated differently, and it isn't the institutions that are given the power to define, but it's more about self-definition. And that's an important difference to acknowledge. But hello, read some Gramsci. I mean, consider the notion of free will and its implications for being given the freedom to define yourself. That isn't a unproblematic or easy thing to do. And also, I'm just generally worried about how legal and judicial issues are becoming more and more a part of our social, political, and our cultural lives. What I really like is the public being involved in the process, and that it's not just a concern of the institutions and yes, because I think that could bring about a really necessary conversation. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.